fans, welcome to another episode of Up and Down, where we take a look at what's trending up and what's trending down in the game of golf. Trending up, the golf game of Rodgers. He and his partner Bryson DeChambeau victorious over Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady in the fourth edition of the match. And when Rodgers wasn't walking in clutch putts, he was bombing tee shots, including his 438-yard bomb off the 8th tee. Now this did come at 7,200 feet above sea level, but 438 yards is nothing to turn your nose up at, no matter the location. Now, could Rodgers be getting used to the altitude? The Denver Broncos are listed as the second most likely destination for the MVP this upcoming season. When asked on the 11th hole about his future plans, he played those cards close to the chest and dodged the questions like a line of Chicago Bear linebackers. While his NFL future remains in flux, one thing is clear: the NFL MVP's golf game is dialed. Also trending up, the summer schedule of rising sophomore Rachel Heck. We highlighted the Stanford standout earlier this season as she became just the third player in NCAA history to sweep the postseason. With her win at the national championship, she earned an exemption into this week's LPGA Tour event, and while she has future aspirations to serve in the Air Force, this week she opted for the road as she and her dad drove from her hometown in Memphis up to Toledo, Ohio, making the 10.5-hour trek. Heck is taking a summer economics course at Stanford and has an assignment due before her tee time on Thursday. Once that's submitted, she'll compete alongside the world's best in the appropriately named Marathon Classic. Trending down. It's been a rough few weeks for Bryson DeChambeau, dating back to the US Open, where he played his final 9 holes in 44. This was a stretch he'd go on to blame on, quote, bad luck, and things would get even worse as he headed to defend his title at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Before missing the cut, he would part ways with longtime caddie Tim Tucker, and things did not get much better for him at the match earlier this week. He would send several of his towering drives deep into bear country, and his partner Rodgers largely carried the team to their win over Brady and Mickelson. Not only that, but DeChambeau was on the receiving end of several jabs from Mickelson, Brady, and even his own teammate. The good news for DeChambeau, he's headed into a strict bubble at the Open Championship, so at least he won't have to see much of Brooks Koepka. Speaking of that bubble over in Europe, several of the game's top American players have made their trips across the Atlantic as they prepare for the Open Championship next week. And while the tour has eased protocols here in the States, they'll be met with strict guidelines in Europe, despite the R&A allowing more than 30,000 spectators into the event each day. This has drawn criticism from several of the game's top players, including Ricky Fowler, who after missing 2 of the past 3 majors, one might think he'd just be happy to be there. That's all for this episode of Up and Down. You can always head over to si.com for more, and remember, it's not about whether you hit the perfect approach, it's about whether you get up and down from there.